Welcome back to Decodiva, where timeless interiors and vintage inspiration come together to create beautiful living spaces. Today, we're exploring the mysterious charm of dark academia vintage hall corners and discovering how shadows, antiques, and rich textures create an atmosphere of deep elegance. Dark academia design celebrates knowledge, history, and the beauty of aged objects. Hall corners, often overlooked in home decorating, become captivating focal points when layered with vintage furnishings, moody lighting, and meaningful decorative pieces. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear which dark academia details inspire you most. Hall corners often serve as transitional spaces, guiding us from one room to another. Yet these quiet areas hold incredible potential for creating visual interest and storytelling within a home. In dark academia interiors, every corner becomes an opportunity to display treasured antiques, weathered books, and objects that suggest history and intellectual curiosity. Even the smallest nook can evoke the atmosphere of an old university library or a centuries-old manor house. By thoughtfully arranging vintage pieces and embracing subdued lighting, these corners transform from empty spaces into intimate scenes that invite reflection and imagination. Unlike bright modern interiors that seek to eliminate shadows, dark academia embraces them as an essential part of the aesthetic. Soft darkness adds mystery, depth, and a sense of timelessness to a hallway corner. Table lamps with warm amber shades, wall sconces, and candle-inspired lighting create layers of illumination that highlight antique surfaces while allowing shadows to soften the surrounding space. The interplay between light and darkness reveals texture in aged wood, worn leather, and vintage textiles, creating an atmosphere that feels sophisticated and emotionally rich. A vintage hall corner often begins with a single statement piece. An antique side table, a carved pedestal, or a small writing desk can instantly establish a sense of history and elegance. Pieces that show signs of age, such as faded finishes, subtle scratches, and handcrafted details, bring authenticity and warmth. These imperfections tell stories that modern furniture often lacks. When selecting antique furniture, focus on quality craftsmanship and timeless silhouettes. Even a modest piece can become extraordinary when paired with thoughtful styling and atmospheric lighting. Books are among the most recognizable symbols of dark academia. Stacked volumes with aged covers and weathered pages instantly contribute to the scholarly ambience of a hall corner. Consider displaying vintage literature, antique dictionaries, or collections of poetry on a small table or shelf. Their presence suggests a home filled with curiosity, learning, and appreciation for the written word. Adding handwritten notes, framed documents, or vintage maps further enriches the narrative, creating a layered and personal display that feels both cultured and inviting. Texture plays a vital role in achieving deep elegance. Dark wood finishes, velvet fabrics, brass accents, and aged leather work together to create visual richness and tactile appeal. A velvet runner draped across a console table or a leather-bound collection of books can introduce luxurious texture without overwhelming the space. The goal is to create depth through layering rather than excess decoration. Natural materials age beautifully over time, making them ideal choices for dark academia interiors. Their evolving character strengthens the vintage atmosphere year after year. The most memorable dark academia hall corners feel curated rather than decorated. Each object appears to have a history and purpose within the larger narrative of the home. Vintage clocks, brass candlesticks, magnifying glasses, globes, and framed botanical illustrations all contribute to a sense of intellectual adventure and historical fascination. Rather than filling every available surface, choose a few meaningful objects and allow them space to be appreciated. This restraint enhances their impact and preserves the elegance of the arrangement. Dark academia interiors are defined by rich, moody colors that evoke depth and sophistication. Shades of espresso brown, charcoal, forest green, burgundy, and deep navy create a dramatic foundation. These darker tones work beautifully with antique wood furniture and metallic accents, helping hall corners feel grounded and cohesive. The result is a space that feels calm, refined, and timeless. Small touches of gold, bronze, or warm cream can provide subtle contrast while maintaining the atmospheric quality that defines the style. Dark Academia vintage hall corners demonstrate how even the smallest spaces can become expressions of elegance, history, and personal storytelling. Through shadows, antiques, books, and rich textures, these corners gain remarkable depth and character. Whether you're decorating a grand hallway or a modest passageway, thoughtful details can transform overlooked spaces into captivating visual experiences that celebrate the beauty of the past. Thank you so much for joining us on Decodiva today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and leave a comment sharing your favorite Dark Academia decorating idea. We look forward to seeing you in our next vintage-inspired journey.